sometimes as much as 10 times a day under one condition. The condition is that we are Black first. Black first means that we put our community at the top of our priority list. Black first means that we educate our kids. Black first means that we break generational curses. If you're okay with being Black first, then put a B1 in the chat. Let me know if you're B1. And I apologize for the first 20 seconds where I told you literally the secrets to the universe, but I didn't turn my audio on because sometimes I just do stupid stuff. So anyway, let me know if you can hear me. Give me a yes in the chat if you can hear me okay. Let me know if you can hear me because this is really important stuff. There's a lot happening right now in the stock market. In fact, there's a section of the market that is being described as a hurricane, which is very, very bad. But then there's also a side of the economy that is literally going to be your opportunity to make money. In fact, the word poor is an acronym. The word poor stands for passing over opportunities repeatedly. Do you understand what I'm saying? So everybody type poor in the chat. I do not want you to be poor. I do not want you to pass over opportunities. This stock market, I'm telling you right now, this stock market is showing every sign of an uptrend. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? Right now, this stock market is looking like a place where you want to put money. And also, one thing I'm going to cover today, I took a whole page full of notes as I got ready for flight training this morning. And I can tell you also that there are a lot of people that are literally saving just a crap ton of money by moving from New York City and expensive places to the South. So I'm going to break all this down for you and go through it really quick. Before I do that, shout out the city. Let me know what city you're from. Also, put a B1 in the chat. I see Dr. Conrad Bingham in here. How you doing, brother? I see you all the time. Nina Giddings, Resound 12, Buddy VA, who was the first person who told me I had no sound, which was very disappointing because literally what I said in the first 20 seconds was I think it's life-changing, but maybe it's not. Anyway, so let's just jump right into it. Okay, so first off, I want you to know this about this stock market. In case you don't know, give me a yes if you're investing consistently in the market or you plan to. I need to know you're going to do this. The stock market the Dow is on a 9-day winning streak. And I think it might actually be 10 days. I got to double check, but I believe that it's just been on fire for well over a week. I got to double check the data to make 100% sure to say, okay, here we go. 10-day winning streak. It's the cover of CNBC. Let me just tell you a little something about that. Let me tell you why this data is important, why this matters. I saw a study today where somebody cited some research they did where they found that since World War II, are you listening? Give me a yes if you're paying attention. I need you to hear me. Since World War II, the Dow has had a 9-day winning streak 28 times. 28 times. And in those 28 times, the stock market went up the following year 85% of the time. 85%. Do you hear me? And in the last 10 times that this has happened, I think 9 or 10 times, something like that, it's been 100%. So what am I saying? What does this translate to? What does this mean, boys? This means that this is like taking candy from a baby. This making money right now in this market is like shooting fish in a barrel. If you've never shot a fish or been in a barrel, it's easy. And what I'm telling you right now is that if you're not listening to me, I don't know what to do for you. I can't help you. In my book, The 10 Commandments of Black Economic Power, I talk a lot about how culture affects your economic decisions. Here's the book right now. You can get a copy at Amazon. It's an Amazon bestseller. Look at the reviews before you buy it. Never buy anything without looking at the reviews. The reviews are extremely good. Thousands of you have bought it. A lot of you love it. And I'm very, very proud because we don't have to get on our knees and beg white people to publish our books. We do it ourselves, and we sold hundreds of thousands of books that way. And in this book, I talk extensively about culture. And if you have a culture that is built on economic intelligence, then you're going to make moves, financial moves that will put you in a good situation, in a good position. You're going to make good decisions when it comes to family, when it comes to personal choices. You're going to make good decisions when it comes to savings, when it comes to investing, when it comes to starting businesses, all that. If you have bad culture where you just ignore information like this because you want to go and see how many new babies mamas your favorite rapper has this week, well, then you're going to miss out. You're going to be poor, which stands for what? What does poor stand for? Somebody type in the chat. Type in the chat. Passing over opportunities repeatedly. And there are no poor people in this building. Why? Well, because you're here and you're listening, and I know this is going to make a difference for you. This is what I do. This is what I know. Michael Jordan's good at basketball. I'm good at finance. LeBron can dribble and dunk. I can dribble and dunk when it comes to wealth. So I need you to hear what I'm saying right now. I'm handing you the keys. The stock market is looking extremely good. I'm going to keep moving down the list of things I want to share with you because my wife and I are going to go running, and I don't want to get fat. She already told me that my sweater looks too tight, which means I'm either getting fat or I'm getting muscular. I prefer to think that it's both. It's okay to be a fat, muscular guy. That's what makes me cool and sexy. All right. Anyway, do me a favor. Please hit the thumbs up button. Thumbs up, share, subscribe if you have not done that yet. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. You're watching drboycetv.com, the home for intelligent Black people. And I want to let you guys know, Instagram, they love to hate on Black intelligence. So my Instagram page disappeared. If you were looking for me on the gram, it's okay though, because I have a backup. You always have to have a plan B. If you want to follow me on the gram, just go to Dr. Boyce Finance. I promise it'll change your life. There's lots of good information there. And also, if you'd like for me to text you free from courtesy of the Black Business School, where we've helped over 10 million people invest in the stock market, things like that, and buy real estate and start businesses, just text the word stock to 31996. I will send you Dr. Boyce Profit Alerts, which are stocks that I like on a regular basis. I'll also send you a copy of our $5 a day investing plan. To build wealth, you have to have a plan. We give it to you for free. And then I'll send you a training I did called How to Make Money Without Working. Working sucks. I don't want you to do it for the rest of your life. The corporate plantation will destroy you. So let's find ways to make money without necessarily thinking we have to be slaves. All right. With that being said, let's move on. The next topic I want to hit on quickly is housing prices. The price of your house is probably going to go up. The value of your home is going to go up if you're a homeowner. Hooray for you if you're a homeowner. Now, if you're going to buy a house, the bad news is that over the next year, home prices are expected to go up by about 6%. This is driven by a few different factors. Number one, this is according to a guy named Barry Habib. He's basically known for being able to predict real estate markets and do it really well. A couple of variables. Number one, the Federal Reserve is expected to stop increasing interest rates, and they might even reduce interest rates. When they do that, home demand will go up. There is currently a shortage of 1.5 million homes in the United States. So there is a housing shortage in the United States because home builders haven't been incentivized to make the investments to build the homes that we need. So housing prices will probably go up. Now, here's the other thing that's really interesting too. If you look on the other side of real estate, commercial real estate, which is malls and shopping centers and office buildings and stuff like that, that market is headed to a freaking thunderstorm. That literally has been described, and when I say thunderstorm, I'm not just being dramatic here. Literally, there is expected to be. They described it as a Category 5 hurricane in the commercial real estate market, which could be the catalyst that causes the economy to have what is called a hard landing. Hard landing is like when I'm in my airplane and I'm flying and I'm landing. I've never crashed the plane, but when I land, it's sometimes if I don't do the procedure properly, I'll smack the pavement. That's a hard landing, right? So a lot of people predict that this issue with commercial real estate could be a big problem. It's driven by a few things. Number one, increased interest rates by the Fed. Remember, the Fed has kind of been the one who's been destroying your stocks for the last year and a half, 2 years. But if you consistently invested, consistently bought, you're gonna get the reward. You've gone through the pain, you will get the gain. You've gone through hell. Heaven is around the corner. But remember, sometimes you can't get to heaven without going through hell. And you want to buy assets when they're cheap. You want to buy when everybody else is running. And then you run when everybody else is buying. So once the market takes off, like it did in 2021, you're going to start hearing me change my tone. I'm going to say, oh, you know what? I'm going to offload some of this because I don't want to buy frothy assets. Okay. So long story short, the higher interest rates from the Fed, a squeeze on credit, which is a lack of liquidity in the economy. That is a big threat right now. Also, there's a big trend called work from home. Anybody heard of that? Right during the pandemic, everybody realized something. I told my wife this like for years, that working from home is actually better than sitting around your crusty racist boss all day long. And I've been working from home for my whole life. Actually, I never really, even when I was on the faculty at Syracuse University, I did not go to the office that much. Now it cost me a little bit, like politically speaking, I didn't have a lot of friends. I couldn't even name like all the people in my department. That's so really, if I were them, I wouldn't want me around either. But at the same time though, like being around racist people is traumatizing. So I enjoy being at home, and I've always done that, and it's fun. So I would say that if you're really a smart parent, how many y'all got kids? If you have kids, raise your hand in the chat. Tell me if you have kids and you love them. If you love your kids, raise your hand. Say yes twice if you love your kids. If you love your kids, a good thing you could do for them, a great gift you could give them, is to invest for them enough when they're young so that when they get older, they never have to work for anybody. That's what the $5 a day investing plan does. Somebody asked in the chat, how do I start investing? Just text the word stock to 31996, or also on my site, boycewatkins.com. There's a lot of stuff there. But if you text the word stock to 31996, I'll send you a plan that is so simple that a 2-year-old monkey could do it, literally. And I know all of you are smarter than monkeys, and I know all of you are smarter than 2-year-olds. And it's that easy to begin investing. It's not complex. Don't let anybody make you think that. All right, so text the word stock to 31996. All right, so do me a favor, thumbs up, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell. That's extremely important because channels that talk extra black like ours does, they get shadow banned and stuff like that. It's kind of crazy. But the way to get around that is if you hit the notification bell, you will be guaranteed to be notified when we go live. Give me a guess if you'll do that. Hit that notification bell so you'll know when we go live. I hope this information benefits you. Dr. Bingham is asking, will crypto go up or down next year? I'm betting up, brother. I'm betting up. Now, again, nothing is guaranteed. I want to make that 100% clear. This is not investing advice, and nothing is guaranteed. So don't ever think that because someone thinks something's going to happen, that it's definitely going to happen. It's like if you're a meteorologist and you say it looks like there's an 80% chance of rain, and then it doesn't rain, well, then there are people that say, oh, well, you're not that good at what you do. You said it was going to rain and it didn't rain. Well, he didn't say it was going to rain. He said there's an 80% chance of rain. So what I'm saying to you is that I don't know if it's going to rain or not. What I'm saying to you is there's an 80% chance that the stock market is going to make it rain on your bank account. That's what I'm saying. So Dr. Boyce, the meteorologist, is predicting rain. If you invest in this market, I believe, and in crypto as well, it's probably going to rain on your bank account. But you got to do it now. If you wait until everybody else starts doing it, it'll be too late. So anyway, let's keep going. All right, last piece I want to throw in here is this study that I read that was really interesting, where they literally said, this is crazy. They said that people can save 40% in taxes by moving from New York City to Texas. Literally 40%. That literally people can save just a crap ton of money by moving from the north or really the west too, like places like San Francisco and the Bay Area where it's super expensive. When you move south, and I'm going to throw Texas, I'm going to throw Atlanta in there too. Shout out to Atlanta. I love my folks in Atlanta. That literally they found that by moving to these places, you can save just a ton of money. And let me give you a little data to kind of back this up, and I'm gonna put it into a bigger context in case you're thinking about making that change. What they found is that in New York City, in case, surprise, surprise, your money does not go that far. How many of y'all kind of thought that was the case? How many of y'all kind of already knew that? That they said, literally, this is crazy, that a person that makes $100,000 in New York City feels like they're making $36,000. That literally $100,000 in New York feels like 36K anywhere else. So that means that if you get 2 job offers, and some of y'all, I know some of you are getting job offers and stuff. I'm not judging you if you work for other people. If you like your job, then keep it. I'm happy for you. But if you get 2 job offers, one's in Texas and one's in New York, and the one in Texas is 70, and the one in New York is 105. Well, then the Texas offer is better financially. It is due to a couple things. Number one, the higher cost of living and higher taxes. In New York, they not only make it expensive to live there, houses are just insane, but also they tax the crap out of you. And same thing in the Bay Area and San Francisco and all that. So keep that in mind as you make your decisions about where you want to live. Don't just focus on how much money you're going to get. Focus on what kind of life you can afford. And the main big areas are taxes, and also property. How much does it cost you to get into a house? I know right now in the Bay Area, an average house costs $1.2 million. Give me a yes if you think that is absolutely freaking crazy. Give me a yes if you would look at that price tag and give both middle fingers to whoever had the audacity to offer you such a deal, right? Give me a yes if you think it's crazy that I could go to the Bay Area and spend $1.2 million and literally get a house that isn't even going to impress my broke ass friends. Like, seriously, like, give me a yes if you think that's insane. I think it's crazy, right? So ultimately what I will say to you is that you don't just want to look at the cost or the income. Look at the outflow. Look at how much it costs to live in that area. And I say this really to my New York friends. I have so many friends that have moved from New York to Atlanta. They're so much happier. They sold their house in New York and were able to buy 2-3 houses in Atlanta and are making income from the properties and living a much better life. Plus, you get to be around more Black people. So Atlanta's kind of a cool place. All right. So anyway, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up button. Thumbs up, share, subscribe if you have not done it yet. Also, one thing I meant to mention about this last little piece is that this study was interesting to me about the fact that it's cheaper to live in the South than the North. It was also interesting to me because I remember reading that the pandemic led to the largest wealth transfer, I believe, in history from the North to the South. That literally $100 billion in assets and income shifted from the north to the south because people left the big cities. They wanted to go to warmer climates. They were moving down to Florida and Texas and stuff like that. And this was the first year in American history, I think since the Civil War at least, where the South contributed more to the country's net gross domestic product than the North. So the pandemic led to a seismic shift in wealth. If you go to San Francisco, you'll find that the commercial real estate market is in the absolute toilet. But if you go to some parts of Florida and Texas, it's doing extremely well. Where did this come from? Well, because in the pandemic, you saw that that the South was opening up a lot faster. And if those of you who live in the North who think that the South is just full of a bunch of crazy white people that want to kill you, just understand that you got just as many racist white people in the North as you got in the South. I grew up in the South. Well, I grew up in Kentucky, which is kind of South. I spent time in Atlanta because my aunt and uncle lived down there. And I'm going to tell you, don't get me wrong, racism can be anywhere. But I'm going to tell you this. I have met just as many racist people in the North as I have in the South. I've met just as many racist liberals as I've met racist conservatives. So I need you to get it out of your head that somehow only Republicans can be racist. Do you understand what me and Ice Cube went through when we were trying to talk to the Democrats to get them to do anything for black people? Do you understand how condescending these people were? Again, I'm not telling you who to vote for. I don't want to make this a political conversation, but I need y'all to stop being scared and just go live your best life. Stop walking around wondering, well, what are white people going to think of me? That white lady doesn't like me. Well, you need to like yourself. How about that? How about this? How about the fact that no ethnic group really likes any other ethnic group? I don't think the Muslims sit around trying to figure out how they're going to help the Chinese feed their children. I don't think the Chinese sit around thinking about how they're going to help the Jews get ahead financially. So I need you as black people to start thinking more in terms of powernomics and realize that that you ain't really got no friends. That you have to take care of yourselves. You have to love yourselves. Who cares if he doesn't like your children as long as you like your children? Who cares if she ain't gonna help you pay bills if you're not gonna help yourself pay bills? So what I'm saying to you, black people, is don't get past all that nonsense and start making dollars and cents because these people are controlling you, they're manipulating you, and that's why you're not moving forward. Some of y'all are not moving forward, but some of you are, and I see you. So congratulations if you're in the category where you've risen above the brainwashing. We'll try to catch everybody else along the way. All right. So anyway, that's it, guys. That's my whole conversation for today. I don't have anything else to say. I want to remind you all, the All Black National Convention is the leading gathering on the planet of intelligent black people. We have scholars and thinkers from around the world in a multitude of areas, everything from family to economics to social issues and politics to crypto, all the areas you can think of. We've gathered this think tank, and we're literally going to make Black history this year at the All Black National Convention. It's October 20th through the 22nd in Atlanta. The URL is allblacknationalconvention.com. Let me tell you why we're making Black history this year at the All Black National Convention. The Black Doctoral Network happens to have their convention in the same building in the same city at the same time as ours. So I reached out to the president, or actually he reached out to me, I'm sorry, Maurice Green, Dr. Maurice Green, who runs the Black Doctoral Network, the largest organization of black PhDs in the country. He reached out to me and said, yo, B, we got to do something together. I said, yeah, man, let's bring everybody together. And so what you have here, I need y'all to understand why this is special. Y'all listening? Give me a yes if you're hearing why I'm so excited. This is a very big deal because I don't think there's been any time in American history where you've had this many intelligent black people in one space. This many people that are in the top 1% of thinkers. Only 1% of the population has a PhD, by the way. And my wife actually is in the 1% of the 1% because she doesn't just have a PhD, but she actually is a full professor. Very few PhDs become full professors. Maybe 10% of them do. So what I'm saying to you is I need you to understand the gravity of having all these black people together in one location, solving problems for black people. This is what you need as a community. You need black think tanks. Your problems don't get solved because nobody's thinking about these problems. Your smartest, best, and brightest are all solving problems for other people. So all y'all smart black people, I'm doing a clarion call. Anybody ever watch Transformers movies where Optimus Prime, makes a call out and he says, calling all Autobots? Am I the only nerd in the building? But that's what he does this part. Optimus Prime is like this big leader of the Transformers. Transformers are little robots that turn into cars. And when something big goes down, he says, calling all Autobots. And then they all activate and they all start like, and they take off, they fly to the same location so they can all fight the big battle. So I'm calling all intelligent black people. I'm going to be Opta Boyce Prime right now, and I'm calling all intelligent black people to come to Atlanta October 20th through the 22nd for the All Black National Convention, because this is, in my view, Black history, because I don't know of any scenario where there have been more intelligent black people gathered in the same location. I'm not talking about rap concerts. I'm not talking about some sort of gathering where black people just getting together to party. I'm talking about black people that are getting together to think, and you can have fun at the same time too. So there's no reason one should supersede the other. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to do a lot of connecting. We're going to do a lot of business, but we're also going to do a lot of planning and a lot of thinking for the community. So if you want to be around people like you, come to the convention. It's October 20th through the 22nd in Atlanta, allblacknationalconvention.com if you want to learn more. Also, if you have a black-owned business and you want to set up as a vendor, sponsor, whatever, there are people there that will buy black. They will support you. They want you to succeed. They're not going to hate on you because you're trying to do well for your family. So go to allblacknationalconvention.com if you want to check it out. So I hope that you are hearing what I'm saying and why I'm so excited. Thank you for letting me share that with you. All right. So anyway, I'm going to get on out of here, guys. Couple quick notes. Number one, don't forget my Instagram now is Dr. Boyce Finance. So if you lost me on the gram, that's where you can find me now. And last but not least, if you'd like to get free trainings or free information, the $5 a day investing plan, how to make money without working, I'll send you an e-copy of my book that It Takes a Village to Raise the Bar. Just text the word stock to 31996. Text stock to 31996. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. God bless you. I hope you make a ton of money, and I'll see you soon. Take care now. Peace.